Hi everyone, really happy to be here. I know I have a very short time, so I'm also a bit like Eden. I'm gonna be zooming through. I'm gonna be zooming through. So this is actually for most of our franchisors and franchisees. Sometimes, when you want to actually like think of new ideas and so on. I'm going to talk about how do you look at intellectual property as a strategy for improving your franchise and growing your franchise. And I think and that's a great benchmark for all of us when you're looking at franchise as a system, when you're looking at franchise as a system to grow your business. So giving your franchise a personality. So Malaysia is regulated with a franchise act. Not all countries are regulated. So franchisors, when you're looking at different countries, then you have to see what's the country act or what rules and regulations they have. Because Malaysia is regulated, just very quickly, I want to highlight that franchises must be registered in Malaysia. If not, you have two risks. First risk, hang on, where's the second risk? Okay, it's not here. Let me just explain it. There's two risks. First risk, and I've presented an other business opportunity BOeX with Venture Grab before, so you might have already heard it. But the first risk is that if you're not registered, there's a 500,000 fine for each outlet that is not registered and you're operating as a franchise. Second risk is that if it's not registered as a franchise, void, and if anything goes wrong between franchisor and franchisee, that void agreement cannot be relied on. So that's very sad when you want to actually stop someone from doing something wrong. Whichever party, whether it's a franchisor or franchisee, you want to stop someone from doing something wrong and you can't take action because that agreement is void. So that's the second risk. So very important, franchisors and franchisees to know about this, about franchises in Malaysia. Other countries is different. Like Singapore doesn't have a franchise act, but Singapore has a franchise code of ethics. And that's not so mandatory to follow compared to an act. So role of IP in franchises, where this comes in is for you to see how it can strengthen your franchise. It gives USP, unique selling point to the franchise. It makes the franchise stand out among other franchises in the industry. You just heard everyone present today, right? Even Eden comes out and he's talking about Venture Grab, and that itself is a special, unique business model. Instead of connecting products and services to people, which is what Lazada, Shopee, Grab does, selling point. So what is it? What is unique? Can it be protected? Can you then look at franchising? And he can. Venture Grab can enter foreign countries and definitely look at franchising. But that's what you need to look at all franchises, right? Also, intellectual property allows for premium pricing. You look at what is it unique that you are selling in your business that can be priced premiumly because it's unique, because only you can use it. Only you as a business owner have monopolistic rights. These are whatever products you're selling in your F&B, in whether it's a rental of computers. What is it special to you that you can claim rights to so that no one else can do it? That's what IP is. It's monopolistic rights. It stops others. In all franchises, it becomes very important. Think about it, right? Subway would not be able to franchise as much as they normally franchise if others are allowed to make a similar type of sandwiches with a similar name, with similar packaging. So that's where there is a unique selling point that's protected. Patents, copyright, and trade secrets are some of the types of intellectual property rights. But I quickly want to jump into, these are some examples, yeah? These are some examples around. Look at how Starbucks uses trademarks in so many ways in their business. Why do they do this? They need to differentiate from other coffee shops. Yeah, so whatever franchise you're in, whether it's F&B, whether it's IT, whether it's hygienic products and cleaning products, how do you differentiate yourself from other businesses? And that is by giving your business a personality and constantly innovating to come up with new products. These Starbucks created 4 different sizes and then they branded them. Then they created different type of drinks and also branded them. So that's very important. The one on the left is Gold Coast Blend, which is a blend of coffee, which is trademarked with the word Gold Coast. Similar to that, McDonald's also does that. When you think about it, what's so special about Starbucks? Yes, they might have very good coffee beans, but apart from that, what's so special? It's a coffee shop. it's the one thing that differentiates them is they give it a personality. They have different products, they have different drinks, and they name it different things so that others can't copy them. Okay, then let's just look at technology. Technology that's used in a franchise, whether it's products or processes, something that's different, improvements, can also be protected and should be protected. Then they have 20 years monopolistic rights. In McDonald's soft ice cream making machine, that's been patented. They came up with the technology and they patented it. The deep fat frying equipment by KFC, you know, that batter that's affixed to the chicken and they deep fry it, that has been patented. So this equipment then belongs to them, and that's another reason it's very difficult for us to come up with a KFC or a fried chicken that tastes as good as KFC, right? Because the tools they use only belong to them. I'm sorry if I'm going really fast, but like Charles said, if you have any questions at all, there's a link in the chat box. Examples of designs in franchises, where the McDonald's cup has been registered as a design and the KFC shop layout has been registered as a design. When you see the Europe registration number, that's the registration number for these type of designs. KFC's bucket has been registered as a design. And copyright, well, copyright relates to artistic work and literary work. So a lot of businesses have artistic and literary work, and that's also registered as a copyright. Anything that distinguishes them, yeah? So like previously we had a client who came to us and they had their ex-employee go and start a business similar to them, and a majority of the menu card was copied. And then they asked us to do something about it so that our ex-employee stops using a menu card that's similar to their menu card. So it's all about legal letters and trying to handle that dispute without it going to court. Trade secret, a lot of you in the F&B business, trade secret is where franchisees, the biggest concern that you might have is the franchisee might go and recreate the product. So then you have to put processes in place to ensure that the recipe is treated as a trade secret. Yeah, again, not enough time to explain how you do this, but let me know if you have those questions. Examples that we have is Coca-Cola secret recipe and Colonel Sanders' original recipe of 11 herbs and spices. All are trade secrets. And what that means that no one knows how to make it, no one knows what goes in the recipe, and that means that even though these companies are about 100 years old, it still hasn't been recreated. The closest Coca-Cola has had is Pepsi Cola. They tried to recreate it but never came identical to it. I'm going to wrap up right now, but it's similar to the video that you saw before this. For all franchises, there is a specific government grant by Martrade that allows you to claim money for anything expenses, advertising, promotion for any exports that you had, registration of IP for export market. It was all about ringgit for each IP in foreign countries. So if you're thinking of venturing into Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, do consider this grant. But the only thing is it expires end of this month. Advertising and promotion as well. We, KASS, which is in 6 countries, we also took advantage of the advertising and promotion grant. We started doing advertising to Google ads in a few countries to claim this grant because government's helping you with promotion outside of Malaysia. Yep. All right. So that brings it to the end. I'll leave you with a freebie. We're giving a free identical brand search because ASEAN is a 600 million market for everyone in terms of population. So we're giving a free identical brand search. Do code KASS BOeX, KASSX BOeX 1212, right? And that's it for it. I take down the contact details here if you want to get in touch with me on any questions at all relating to franchising.